Will Wade has been steadily putting together this NC State roster and has landed his lead guard for the next year in Tre Holloman out of Michigan State. The 6'2 guard is dynamic on offense as an active defender. Today we're going to take a look at his game film, break down what he does really well, and what NC State fans can expect from him in this upcoming season. Let's kick this off by talking about his best trait, and that's his ability to get the ball to where it needs to be at the right time. There is just so much that I love to see when I watch Tre Holloman orchestrate an offense. So first and foremost, as you watch this clip package, he's delivering really high-level, heady passes from a different number of situations. So in the fast break, I love that his head is always up. He's looking to make the pass up the floor whenever he has a guy open in front of him. That's something that's not easily taught, or guys forget to do it all the time, but his head's always up, always looking. Attacking off of a pick and roll, he's really strong at getting a paint touch and making the right read from there. There's going to be several times you're going to see him make that pass to a big who's on the roll. You're going to see times when he's able to get to the paint, kick it opposite to a shooter who's wide open coming down the court. He hits his trail man really well. He spreads the ball around, so you're watching him make passes to different players in different situations when they are in a position to score the ball. I really like that. He puts the ball into tight windows. He's able to throw lobs. He's able to put the ball where bigs specifically can catch it and defenders cannot get a hand on it. I just like that he's able to consistently make the correct decision and the correct read. I think he's got some flashiness to his passing game as well. So there's going to be times when, he's looking off a defender or he's maybe staring down the wing, and then he can slip a nifty pass into a big or can cross-court it. Just love it. Next, let's talk about how he does the most of his scoring, and that's off catch-and-shoot jump shots. People are going to look at Tre Holloman's stats and assume that he is not a strong shooter. He shot 33% on the year, which on the college level is honestly just fine. But then when you look at it from a bit more of a granular basis, you look at the quality of shots he was getting. And if he's catching it and getting a catch-and-shoot look, I should say, he's knocking them down at a substantially higher clip. So just off regular catch-and-shoot looks, he's actually at 35%. When it's uncontested, that goes all the way up to 38%. I think he has a nice, kind of set base to a shot. It really lends to stability and some consistency. So I think when you look at him as a player who's going to operate in a system where he's not always going to be ball dominant, he's going to get his fair share of catch and shoot looks. And based off the film that I've seen, I believe in his ability to knock those down at a consistent rate and maybe even higher than he was at Michigan State. So that's an area where he could take a jump, as if he's getting more of these type of looks and is more of a focal point of his game, you could see some growth from him for sure. Now let's briefly talk about him as a defender. While he's not a world beater on defense, I like a lot of what I see from his defensive game, if that makes sense. I think he's quick to move his feet. He's really adept at staying in front of his man. He's also got very active hands, so he will swipe the ball if presented the opportunity. He reads the passing lanes really well. You'll see him kind of rotate out of help or off of a switch, anticipating that pitch back or that cross-court pass, which probably comes from him being such a heady passer on the offensive end. I think he's a plus, I would say, give or take, at this position. Someone that you'll take what you can get from him. You'll rely on him to guard the other team's primary ball handler if possible. Good fit. So what are my final thoughts on Tre Holloman? I think from the perspective of a fit in a Will Wade coach team, he is going to excel. He has the ability to just command the offense in a way that a lot of guys don't. He spent a lot of time at Michigan State in a very structured program under a coach who is going to impart a lot of knowledge. So I think from building that winning culture and understanding what needs to be done to win, it's a big pickup for NC State. Now, as far as the skills that he brings to the table, I think that it's really, really important to have at least one guard who is a very willing passer, who's going to read the court and get the ball to open guys in positions to score the basketball, which I think is by and large his biggest strength. I think from chipping in on scoring, you could see a lot of growth from him from what you saw at Michigan State. So you could see a guy who goes from being a 9-point a game a night guy to maybe getting to 14, 15 if he can start shooting the ball a little more consistently, or just getting better quality looks, which I've already touched on. I think he has the potential to do. So I think this could be a big year for him. I think he's someone that you can build around without having to count on him to score the ball a ton. Great pickup is an important one, and it's going to be really interesting to see how NC State surrounds him with talent and can use him as a recruiting tool of saying, hey, we have a guy who's going to get you the ball in good spots. So all in all, great pickup. Let me know what your thoughts are. Drop a comment. What are you expecting from Tre Holloman? And let me know if there's any other videos or scouting you want done. Would love to break down some user suggestions. So thanks for the time. Hope you learned something, and I'll see you on the next one.